The opening panel of this year's Asia Clean Energy Forum will be called Sustainable Energy for Economic Recovery. And on that panel will be Wasantha Perera, who's the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Power and Energy of Sri Lanka. And she joins me now. Madam Secretary, thank you very much indeed for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Let me ask, on this panel, what will you be telling the attendees?
We will be talking and we will be discussing about the sustainable energy for economic recovery, because we are in a time that the entire world is hit by this, economy is hit by the COVID-19, and we'll have to think afresh as to how we are going to rise from where we are today and to where we want to go. Therefore, I intend talking about the duty as human being, the duty that we have to protect the environment, and also the importance of using sustainable energy to recover this economy that has hit from COVID-19. The solution we know is tapping the renewable energy sources as much as possible. However, we have to doing this, but we have to scale up and expedite what we are doing now.
Sri Lanka, like many other economies, is struggling at this time. A lot of the tourism industry, for instance, has been hit hard. How do you think recovery will occur, and what role does sustainable energy play in Sri Lanka's future?
Definitely. We are seriously looking at these recovery plans. Our first priority is to be self-sufficient in food. So the government's first priority now is to develop agriculture, and then renewable energy. Then comes the social aspects such as education and health, and tourism. Likewise, we have plans to recover this hit points that we have been doing great in the past, but affected badly by the coronavirus. And we, to date, total of 1,871 cases reported, but half of that is recovered, and we have a very, very low mortality rate, such as 0.5 in 1,000. Only 11 deaths recorded so far. And tracing, testing, and treatment is going rapidly. It's happening rapidly by the government, and we have an excellent surveillance system to identify these affected people, and then there's a very serious quarantine policy that we are following. So I'm hopeful that we can come out of this in the next few years.
You're on the panel with a number of other distinguished speakers, including from the International Energy Agency and the International Solar Alliance. And as you say, the sustainable energy for economic recovery is the opening consideration and will be the theme largely throughout. So what do you think you will be saying to that panel with regards to what should be done right now? I mean, do you think, is there an immediate first step that comes to mind, either in Sri Lanka's particular situation or as a general consideration?
Yeah. If I may talk only about the sustainable energy perspective, where my area is, there's no other way than scaling up the sustainable energy initiatives that we have been taking all this time. And as you know, COVID-19 showed us that at what rate that we have been polluting the air, polluting the environment. Also, it showed us how vulnerable we are to such a situation. And it had tested our resilience and showed us it is not easy, that it is difficult. And we all have realized that we are in a global village. If we do something wrong, the effect will go to the entire globe. And we can't run away from this. We cannot run away from this global warming, and we cannot hide. Therefore, there has to be a collective action, not only Sri Lanka, but with all other countries as human. And also, we have to reduce the usage of fossil fuel, which pollutes the air now, and increase and have more renewable energy sources in the future. This is the way out in having a cleaner air.
Are you hopeful that the future looks bright in terms of sustainable energy? And do you think events like the Asia Clean Energy Forum can help to accelerate those moves at the transition towards a sustainable future?
That's right, because now we have realized how dangerous it is. Everyone, we have a real life experience now. We have seen how it was, how difficult it was, and how dangerous it was. And, all this time we were just taking things for granted. And with this new learning, I think everybody will be seriously looking at their own duties in achieving a cleaner air, cleaner environment. And nobody is afford to miss their responsibility towards that.
Could you then just wrap up by giving us a brief sketch, just a broad indication of what is Sri Lanka's sustainable energy policy going forward? What are your priorities right now?
Yeah, we are planning to scale up our sustainable energy initiatives by adding nearly 1,000 megawatt, which is a sizable amount of megawatts in the next 3 years. And out of that, nearly 300 megawatt of sustainable energy sources, capacity enhancement is planned for 2020. And I think as a country, we are ready for this change because, and also our lifestyle have to be changed now. It has to be less energy intensive and less mobile. During the past period where we had the lockdown, we work from home. For Sri Lankan public sector, working from home was a new thing. Every day, all 5 days, or sometimes a weekend, we came to office to work. But I was wondering whether we have been concentrating more on being present at work or whether we have been concentrating on the output, what we produce. Now we have realized that, okay, we can do certain things from home. We can automate certain systems, which is a great learning. And our schools were closed all these days, and I think they're going to start in a few days. Until then, they're having online studies. The universities run their usual programs online. So these things we would have done in the past. This is the best lesson that we learned. So there will be a big change in the future, and we all are ready.
Fantastic. Well, good luck with that, Madam Secretary, and good luck and have a good time at the Asia Clean Energy Forum. Thank you for participating in this conversation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good luck to you as well.